Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Medio Senna, and I'm from TBI 6A. And this is my videos about ESL and EFL students. So here it is. Okay, I'm going to explain a little bit about the descriptions of EFL and ESL. So, this unit is designed to show the distinction between EFL, English for Foreign Language, and ESL, English as Second Language, in language classroom learning context. It comes from the native language of the country in which instruction is being given. Okay, next I'm going to explain about the histories of ESL and EFL counts. So basically, we can divide up countries according to whether they have English as native language, English as a second language, or English as foreign language. All told, there is a total of 75 territories where English has special place in society. Kahru has divided the English-speaking countries of the world into three broad types, which he symbolized by placing them in three concentric rings. The first one is the inner circle. These countries are traditional based on English, where it's a primary language. That is Great Britain, Ireland, United States, Canada, Australia, and also New Zealand. And B is the outer of or extended circle. These countries represent the earlier spread of English in non-native contexts, where the language is part of the country's leading institution, where it plays a second language role in multilingual society. Example, Singapore, India, Malawi, and 50 other territories. And the third is the expanding circle. It includes countries that represent the importance of English as an international language, thought they have no history of colonization, and English has no special administrative status in these countries such as China, Japan, Poland, and other countries in the world. And next, the distinction between ESL and EFL in language classroom. But first, I'm going to talk about the ESL classroom. An ESL classroom is in a country where English is the dominant language. The students are immigrants or visitors. The class is usually of mixed nationalities, so students do not share native language or common culture. Outside the classroom, students have a specific practical need for English and ample opportunity to use it. Students have extensive daily exposure to English-speaking culture, although their understanding may be limited by their language skills. And next is EFL Classroom. An EFL classroom is in a country where English is not the dominant language. Students share the same language and culture. The teacher may be the only native English speaker they have exposure to. Outside of the classroom, students have very few opportunities to use English. For some, learning English may not have any obvious practical benefit. Students have limited exposure to English-speaking culture, most often through distorted lens like TV or music. Based on these definitions, we can see that there are important things in the students' populations. Effective lesson planning must take them into account. Okay, the next one is the ESL students' need. A. Hands-on English lessons suitable for their immediate needs. There may be a place for general grammar instruction, but not until more pressing needs are met. The second, explicit cultural instruction. These students come from many places, all very different from your classroom. Teach them about your cultural norms. Teach them how to get along in your society. Tell them how people from your culture see their culture. You might not think this is traditional English teaching, but it will generate fascinating discussion. Understanding culture is an invaluable step toward fluency. And the third one is bridges towards integration. As an ESL teacher, you may not consider yourself as a guidance counselor, but be ready to suggest concrete ways for your students to address their daily problems in your local community, where that means referring them to an immigrant assistance association or helping them apply for a job online. You are likely to be the first person they ask for help. Equip yourself with knowledge you need and be ready to do more research when asked. Next, EFL students need. The first, lots of practice using English, especially orally. Get them speaking in the classroom, but also teach them where to find opportunities to doing practice speaking English outside of the class, and reward them for doing so. The second, exposure to living English. Never lead your students to believe that English is a set of rules and words to memorize. It is the living, breathing creation of cultures and communities around the world. Do whatever you can to reveal this depth. Pen pals, non-traditional teaching materials, and field trips are great ways to make English come alive for your students. And the third one is reasons to learn English and motivation to stick with it. English can be very theoretical when you're growing up in a village in Belarus. Find out about each student's other passions and tie English into them. There are so many English communities online and offline that it's possible to find a tie-in for almost any other area of interest. Social networks are powerful tools right now. Well, I think that's all my explanation about the concept of EFL and ESL. So I'm just gonna say thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much for watching. And for the last, I hope you get all the information from my explanation. So I'm gonna close this. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.